Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to start off this video first off with a story. Back in 2022, Bungie created a bit of a monster. No, I'm not referring to Season of the Plunder. This monster was first brought to our attention back in March of 2022, whenever the Vow of the Disciple raid was released. Inside of that raid was none other than Building a Gun itself, the Forbearance. As we know, once Forbearance entered the scene, the rest was history. It still is one of the best weapons in the entire game, and it has been so dominant since its release that they had to bring it back and make it part of the Brave Arsenal weapons so that non-rating players can experience just what Building a Gun can provide you. In this video, we're going to be talking about the new Forbearance, do a little comparison to the old Forbearance, but I'm thinking about saving that for a separate video talking about both Forbearances, but we shall see. Remember, part of what made Forbearance so insane was its origin trait, Soul Drinker, which the Brave Arsenal version of Forbearance does not have. I also would like to remind you that if you ever want to get any games at DLC for a cheaper price, you can hit up Instant Gaming, top link in the description. So let's go ahead and throw up the new Forbearance's perk pool and see if there's any real major differences. And at a first glance, there's really not. Like, if we put up both of the Forbearance perks side by side, you'll see they're very similar. However, if you played some Where's Waldo as a kid, you probably spot a major difference in the third column. That's right, we're talking about Disruption Break. Okay, I'm kidding. Although Sleeper good perk. But Demolitionist is here in the third column. This is a perk that the Vow of the Disciple version of Forbearance does not have. If there's going to be any real reason for a person who already has their crafted 5 out of 5 Forbearance from Vow of the Disciple, it is going to be Demolitionist on the new Forbearance. This is huge. And of course, since this is a Brave Arsenal weapon, you have to keep in mind that the origin trait and dominability is going to help feed you even more grenade ability energy if you are on a light subclass, 5% with every weapon kill that you get. Combine that with Demolitionist, you're going to be looking pretty good. Of course, you also still have Ambitious Assassin, but if you have an old Forbearance anyways, why do you need it again here? And of course, in the fourth column, the only difference is that there's no turnabout, and instead they have Desperate Measures here. So obviously you're still going to run Chain Reaction. We don't even need to spend any time talking about the fourth column like that. As we all know, the main draw to this new Forbearance is going to be the fact that it has both Demolitionist and an origin trait to synergize with Demolitionist and give you even more grenade energy. And Chain Reaction will proc Demolitionist as well in terms of giving you the grenade energy for any enemies that are defeated by a Chain Reaction explosion. And if you're in something like, I don't know, Onslaught or any activity where there's a lot of ads you got to clear with any type of efficiency, you'll see that the demo Chain Reaction Forbearance is going to print you some grenades pretty dang quick. As for the Forbearance that we're using in the background gameplay, we got pretty lucky. We got a good 4 out of 5. Only thing is that it's not a shiny, but we'll happily take that, as I'm not really even hunting a Forbearance like that, and getting the God roll off rip is always going to be a nice dub regardless. In terms of which one would I say is better than the other, if I'm being honest, bro, Forbearance is definitely better than Forbearance.